In this week's retro pop culture news, Stallone has finished his director's cut for Rocky IV. There is a Ghostbusters Afterlife mini trailer with a familiar face in it. And we have some Indiana Jones 5 news and a lot more to talk about, so don't turn that dial. In our first retro pop culture news, there is a mini clip that just came out for Ghostbusters Afterlife. This is a really good one. We actually get introduced to some baby-sized Stay Puft Marshmallow Men. And there's a ton of them. The clip's kind of short, but it's really cute, and it's definitely something that's going to remind you of the original Ghostbusters. But it doesn't stop there. You can also collect these little Stay Puft Marshmallow Men as well. Coming this fall, you can own the 1.5-inch mini Stay Puft surprise figures that are detailed to look just like the mini marshmallow characters that are going to be in the movie. These things sort of remind me of a cross between the Gremlins and those California Raisin toys that we used to collect as a kid. If I can get the s'mores one, I'll be happy. Then next up, the Indiana Jones 5 movie that's been on and off and then on again. We actually have some movie updates. For one, the music composer John Williams, he did the soundtracks for the original Indiana Jones movies, Star Wars, Jurassic Park, Superman the movie. The guy is basically the greatest movie composer ever, and he's coming back to compose the music for Indiana Jones 5. Then the other news for Indy 5 is that Phoebe Waller-Bridge, she's joined the cast. I'm really not sure if she's going to be a sidekick or a villain or a love interest, but she's going to be in the movie, and at least the movie does seem like it's coming together now. And then in a last bit of indie news, all 4 of the Indiana Jones films are available in 4K Ultra HD in this really huge steelbook collection set. There's going to be 9 discs total and a ton of extras. It's a little bit expensive, but if you go over to Zavvi.com, you can actually pick it up there, and I'll link to it down below as well. And then Rocky. So if you have been anxious for the upcoming director's cut of Rocky IV, Stallone has posted that he's finally finished it. So it shouldn't be too long before we actually get to see the Stallone cut. And this is one of my favorite Rocky movies ever. So Stallone, you better not screw it up. And another release that I'm anxious to check out is for the new Wonder Years reboot. There's not a lot of news on it yet, but we did finally get a new picture of the whole family all together, all dressed in their 1960s look. I'm anxious for this one. I really hope that it has the same fun vibe as the original did. And I really hope that it doesn't get political and divisive, as some people are kind of worried about. And if it doesn't, I'll definitely give it a chance. Next, here's 2 more updates. There is a Nash Bridges revival. It's a 2-hour movie that's being made. It's going to star both Don Johnson and Cheech Martin in the movie. And there's plans that if it does well, they're going to try to make a revival series as well. And Top Gun Maverick has been delayed again. This time they're looking for a new release date of November 19th, 2021. I really hope that this is going to be the last date that they're going to do this, because I really want to see this movie and I'm tired of delays. Then check this out. If you have some old photos laying around of some relatives that you never met, that you just want to see what they would look like if they were alive, there's a website called myheritage.com where you can actually animate your old photos. I think this is a little bit weird, but maybe you can go get some old photos of like Marilyn Monroe or George Washington and play around with it that way. Finally, if you're into retro news and nostalgia stuff from back in the day, I'll catch you in the next video right there. I'll catch you on the flip side, and remember, if it ain't retro, it ain't worth watching.